Pro Custom Tactics brought to you by #Tom. I feel like that's something we haven't said in years, but you've heard it correctly. I am back and part of the hashtag house with Harry and Shori, and our new channel is live right now. The link is in the description if you want to go and check that out. But first, I'm bringing you the best custom tactics in EAFC right now that all the pros are using. So we'll start with my favorite formation, and we know how this one goes. It's another year of FIFA on new gen, or EAFC now, and that means the return of the 4-3-2-1. I do want to make a disclaimer before I start this video. 5-back and 3-back have been banned in competitive and pro play, so we're not allowed to use them. I'm only allowed to use 4-back formations. So if you have clicked on this video to play a 5-back, firstly, take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror, and secondly, you've come to the wrong place, because today we're going to be discussing tactics that all work in a back four. Back to the 4-3-2-1, and this has been the best formation since new gen. So new gen's been in since FIFA 22, FIFA 23, and now FC 24, and 4-3-2-1 is always the one that works well. We have balanced width on 50. This can be adjusted if you want to go a little bit lower. The reason I've gone 50 is there is overload ball side like built into the game. I have experimented with all type of width, taking it all the way up, all the way down, and it doesn't really work. No matter what, your players are going to defend really, really narrow, and the switch is always going to be on. So all we can do is pray for a patch. But for now, my width is slightly higher than usual at 50. The depth is 62 at the minute, because there's this crazy pressure thing that I need to tell you about. So if you move your depth to 45 or below, or 44 or below to play it safe, then your players won't automatically move up the pitch and start swarming everyone. If you take this higher, you will have like some kind of AI press that's really, really good. And I recommend having it, which is why I'm up at 62. It works really well. Basically, whenever they have the ball in their own defensive third, your team will step forward and basically go man to man. If you don't like that, and you're not comfortable with pressing like that, then go 44 or below. That's the way to do it. Build up play, balance, direct passing. Again, on next gen, I'm yet to find anything that works better. We know the game doesn't change that much year on year. Like the way that a game engine works isn't a crazy difference. So these still work really well. Width is at 52, but you can fully experiment with this one depending on how wide you like to play. If you're a player that likes width, you can go up. A lot of people though are using it a bit more narrow. So somewhere between 40 and 52. I'm high on the players in the box. I have 7 because I want my players running even more. Then corners and free kicks too. What I recommend from corners at the minute is playing it short and crossing it to the back post, or using a corner method, because these are actually good. Into instructions, I have my goalkeeper on balance. Do not have him on come out for anything, because do not take your keeper out. If you bring your keeper out, I promise you he's going to get ball rolled or shot cancelled, and you're going to concede. My advice is keep your keeper on the line and just try and move the keeper if possible, or if you can't move your keeper, just let them score and take kickoff. Now, we are back in the 4-3-2-1, which means the fullback instructions are always weird. I've got the right back at the minute on balanced overlap, and the left back on stay back whilst attacking. So this means when I'm in attack, the right back is going to be pushing forward a hell of a lot, and the left back isn't. We have our centre mid on stay back, cover centre. We have our left centre mid on balanced attack, cover centre. And we have our right centre mid on balanced cover wing. What I also recommend with this is if you're playing 4-3-2-1, I don't have it at the minute, but play a winger at right centre mid or left centre mid, because this is going to defend in a 4-4-2. You've all heard me say this before. If you're new to this channel, I tell everyone how this formation works. So if I have my right centre mid on cover wing, and I have my middle centre mid on cover centre and left centre mid on cover centre, and then I bring my left forward on comeback on defence, it's going to defend in a 4-4-2. Left forward will play left mid, these two will play centre mid, and your right centre mid who's on cover wing will play right midfield in defence. So that is why I recommend to have a winger at centre mid. Let's go on to the forwards. We have Dembele, the left forward. Come back on defence, stay central, get in behind. I think the stay central is very, very key, because it means the left forward and right forward pick up really, really good positions, like running between the fullbacks and the centre backs. That's my graph of that happening. Right forward and left forward just run in there. Striker is just on stay central. Some people like him on getting behind. I don't like it personally, because I think he goes too far and I don't have an option. You can experiment with getting behind for this one, but stay central is key. and then stay central for the right forward as well. Final notes for the 4-3-2-1. Use your overlapping fullback to create space out wide and then bring it in using the attackers. Remember, in defense, it'll be a 4-4-2, and use L1 to trigger the right forward and left forward to create more space. On to the next, the most balanced formation in FC 24, and it is the 4-4-2, number 2. There's a reason it's number 2. I'll show you through the balance and direct passing, all these tactics. You know how it works by now. This is just a fairly balanced setup. Balanced, direct passing with these numbers everywhere. 4 players in the box, 2 corners, 2 free kicks. I'm not going to keep talking about that because you'll get very sick of me by the end of this video. We'll go into instructions. Goalkeepers, centre-backs remain the same. Both full-backs are on stay back whilst attacking now. And let me tell you why the 4-4-2 will work. Because wing play is so effective in FC 24 right now that you do create 2v1s out wide. If you can use your fullbacks and use your right midfielder, left midfielder, and you do have the 2 striker options as well. Let's go into the wingers now. Come back on defense, get in behind and get in the box for cross. If you're not comfortable with getting behind because your players run too far, you can either try balanced or you can try come short as well. If you feel like you want your player just to come to feet every time, use the come short instruction. I'm willing to negotiate on that one. You can change the instructions depending on how you play. Because remember, we all play this game differently, okay? So certain little instructions might need a tweak depending on your play style. But that's how I'm using it. Getting the box for cross is always important because when you run down one wing, you need the other one catching you up. On the left mid, it is the exact same as well. The aim is just to be using the wings as much as possible in attack. And with the 2 centre midfielders, there's a reason I use 4-4-2 too, and it's because you get the player instructions that are a bit better. So this is cut passing lanes. I have my left centre mid on balanced and then cover centre. And then cut passing lane, stay back whilst attacking, cover centre. I have the left centre mid on balance just for a little bit more support. I've been doing this for years now. It's always an effective tactic just to get one of your centre mids to arrive close to the box. But feel free to go stay back whilst attacking on both if you'd rather them just both sit there. I recommend the left centre mid being the more attacking one, someone you can get in the box and keep it on balance. And then strikers, we have stay central and stay central. You can put them on comeback on defense, but you can also use a striker drop back on the D-pad. I have them on basic at the minute, and if I want to drop them back, I just use it on the D-pad. I don't have them on getting behind because I like to trigger the runs. So let's summarize how to play the 4-4-2. Use the wingers and fullbacks to create space. Try and create overloads in both sides of the pitch. When you get to the final third, bring it in centrally with a pass inside or cross it. And use L1 to trigger your strikers and create space for the through ball. On to the 4-2-3-1, which is the most defensive tactic I can give you. I've moved the width down to 40, try and narrow it up, no way through the middle. The depth I've got a 58, but you can feel free to move this down if you're not comfortable playing at such a high depth. And remember what I said earlier, if you're looking to move it down, make sure it is under 44. Instructions, we have stay back whilst attacking on the fullbacks, absolutely nothing on the goalkeeper and centre-backs. Cut passing lanes, cover centre, stay back whilst attacking on both DMs. So obviously this is now the defensive formation. This is what I use when I'm seeing out a game. The cam I have on stay forward. Again, feel free to move it if you want, but stay forward I have for me basically gets her a bit higher because I feel like if I don't have her on stay forward, then we really are defensive and there's no way out. And then for the right attacking mid, left attacking mid, come back on defense, get in the box for cross. And the striker's on drift wide. Now the striker's on drift wide because he's a one-man band up there and he needs to go in both channels. I need him all around the area. I would advise the striker to be a pacey player when playing this formation. If you play 4-2-3-1 with a slow striker, you're never ever going to get out your half. Now, why do I use this as my defensive formation? Because this sets up pretty nicely. These 4 here just literally sit as a block of 4. And then these are more defensive than when they play in 4-4-2 as well. Just the way the formation sets up. It's probably the most defensively tight formation in a back 4. I'm yet to find anything more tight than that. I'll tell you exactly how to play it. 4-2-3-1 requires slow build-up in your first third. It also requires wing play, and a lot of it. And the main aim is to make sure you defend well in this formation by keeping your centre mids in front of your centre backs. Do not pull them across the pitch. So let's go kitchen sink. And I'm not really going to talk through this too much, yeah? Because this is my one that we just go ultra attacking. And there's no logic to it. Like I can't really tell you much logic. You are just going all out for the game. and you need to change things. So constant press is there. Obviously, you can put the depth up to 100 if you want. That's the rest of it right there. And then we'll get on to the instructions. CBs, goalkeeper, nothing. We have the fullback on balanced overlap. I don't have them on join the attack because you do need some kind of structure. Centre mids both on balance, cover wing. The reason they're on cover wing is because there's no wingers in this formation. So if it goes past my right wing and left wing, I need my centre mids to go further out. And then for the front four, my right wing, we have no real instructions, but I do have aggressive interceptions. The reason I have aggressive interceptions is because you're late on in a game and it might give you a little chance. It might just do. However, be warned, with aggressive interceptions, it ruins stamina real quick. So if you're going to chase a game early, your stamina is going to absolutely die. Then on the striker, I have stay central, stay forward, and aggressive interceptions. And on the left wing, I have nothing but aggressive interceptions. The reason I don't have stay forward for this is if you put stay forward on both of your left wing and right wing, they play as a 4 and they don't move. Like as soon as it goes past the defence into midfield, they're just useless. So I have them on basic defence support in hope that they might come back. But really, you know how this is. You're just going all out at this point. I think get yourself in a 4-2-4, put your aggressive interceptions on your front 4, and hopefully you just nick the ball, create a chance, and score a goal. So they're my 4 favourite formations. That's what I'm using right now. But I am aware that it's very much like balance, direct passing. It's all the same. Let's be honest. It's all the exact same. And there is reason for that. The game engine hasn't actually changed much. So these are the most effective. However, I am going to make a formation that 1 is a bit more fun and 2 a bit more different that I think will work in Foot Champs, in Rivals, in Draft, in Evolutions, in any game mode. This formation is for people that want to have fun on the game. Yes, it is attacking. It will be very attacking, but will it be worth it? Yes. So we go press on heavy touch, whip 55, 71 depth. Now, I told you about the depth thing earlier. It's going to be a bit crazy. Your players are going to be going everywhere. If you find that too overwhelming and you're just getting absolutely rinsed, feel free to go back to balance. But if you're trying something different, press on heavy touch with 71 depth. You will be squeezing your opponent all the time. You will be very attacking. Forward runs to me is like a progression on direct passing. Like it's even more attacking than direct passing. I have the width a little bit more narrow because we are playing 4-2-2. And the aim is to get the right cam and left cam inside more. I want them inside. I don't want them too far out in this. Players in the box at 7, corners 2 as ever. So right back on stay back and overlap on both, on the left back as well. You then have the DMs who are now on balanced attack, balanced defense, cover center. So they are going to fly forward as well. Be warned, you will be counter-attacked in this formation. As you can tell, it's a lot more attacking than what I usually give you. Balanced defense, balanced attack, cover center. Right attacking mid, come back on defense, but get in the box for cross, which means when you do cross it, you'd hope that if you have your left attacking mid, you normally fire on a cross, and the right attacking mid is free at the back post. That is an effective way of scoring. But have them on comeback on defense as well, because trust me, it'll be worth it. Strikers, stay central, get in behind as well. Get in behind, it's a little bit more rogue, a little bit more out there. It will hopefully pin the defense back more, but if you want the players to come to feet, feel free to change it. So what I've done is given you all my tactics and then also given you an alternative. I feel like every tactic I've given you here, I've said, yeah, but you can change it if you want, because there is other ways of playing the game. Feel free to press mine in, plug them in, play with them, and let me know how you get on in the comments. If they are of use, make sure you smash that sub button, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.